Hey guys, welcome back to Clear Lake Fishing TV. It's mid-March. Water temps mid-50s. It gets to the high 50s, low, well, I saw 60 a couple days ago on a sunny day by the end of the day. So I just got out here. I'm trying to figure out what stage these bass are in moving towards their spawning grounds. So I shot straight across from Redbud and I'm at the area affectionately known as Bass Alley. It's a large expansive flat and I'm just sitting right on the drop-off where it goes from about 4 feet to 10 feet. And well, today it's kind of saturated with crappie fishermen out here, but I've caught a couple bass so far. Trouble is they're all about the same size, little like 1.5 pound, 2 pounders. So I'm thinking these are the males that generally precede the females. So my thought is I'm gonna cast around here a little bit longer, take a quick lunch break, and then I'm gonna move out to the point, one step back from here. See what I start catching there. I'm just gonna keep working my way back until I find the big old Clear Lake green fatties. So my last little short video kind of alluded to how this year had a tough start for me. I did spend quite a few days out here first week of January and I just couldn't buy a fish. I couldn't graph them, I couldn't find them. Every boat I saw was having the same difficulty. Every video I saw on Clear Lake after I got back home, same problem. Those fish were just really shut down. And then I was kind of stuck home for a little while. So in true tradition, my first fish of the year was a trout. And then I spent some time looking for the warm water fish, and my first warm water fish was a bluegill. And I didn't catch my first bass till I got back down here to Clear Lake the other day. It was on a Friday. But it was a 4 pounder, decent fish. Got another one on a swim bait. Now that the Wild West Bass Trail's cleared out of here, I haven't seen many bass fishermen so far today. I have seen a ton of crappie fishermen around here. Which, if I didn't love bass fishing so much, I would have dig out my crappie gear. But I've been catching this morning, so I'm not too eager to get out the crappie rod just yet. There's one. All right, so we got an LV bite. Let's see what we got. All right, not a bad start, not a bad start. There you go. But let's talk a little bit about Bass Alley here. We're right off of Indian Island, and it's real shallow up in here. And once the water warms up, it gets super weedy. Great hideout for bass pretty much all summer long into the fall. And then, like I said, I'm sitting right on the drop-off where you got a 6-foot drop, and in current water conditions, we're going from that 4 to 5 feet to about 10 feet. Among the grasses that you'll find out here, there's scattered rocks and boulders out here too. So it can be a little bit snaggy. But this has been a good spot for me. It's paid off plenty of times when I've come out. And its easy access makes it a good kayak spot once spring really kicks in. So if you're a kayaker and the wind's not too brutal, you can put in at Redbud and just come straight across and you'll be here. I don't know if you can make it out past all the crappie boats, but there's Redbud launch right there. There we go. Somebody wanted the Kitech. All right, first Kitech fish. Saturday we had a front move through here. It brought some rain with it, but more importantly, it brought some cold with it. And Sunday was super cold too. And it shut the fish down a bit. Here we are on Monday, and I've caught a few, so I guess they're waking back up. Yeah, yesterday was brutal. The wind was just howling and it was brutally cold. So I'm glad to see there's some activity picking up. And I anticipate the next few videos that come out will basically be a progression of me trying to figure them out. Like I said, the ones that seem to be here probably the smaller males coming up to find where they want to make their beds in preparation for the spawn. But we don't come to Clear Lake for the males now, do we? Oh, we come to Clear Lake for them big fatties. We like the big girls. And I'm fixing to find them. I'm not quite ready to leave fish to find fish just yet. Fish on. God, I love that Kitech bite. They just thump. Okay, another cookie cutter fish. That's telling me these probably just the males moving up a little bit in front of the females. We're not too far from the end of March already, which is crazy to me. But that's a quarter of the way into the year. So anybody catch their PB yet? Drop me a comment if you have. Heck, drop me a comment, tell me what your PB is for the year so far. I'm only sitting at a 4-pounder, man. I got some work to do. I want to give you guys a heads up about something. I launched out of Redbud this morning, and right next to the boat launch is Clear Lake Bait and Tackle. So if you're in town, swing in there, say hi to Jimmy. It's a great place to get your boat stickers. And while you're in there, don't just get your stickers, man. Pick up some tackle and stuff. Help keep local businesses going. This low water level and the pandemic and everything really put a hurt on some of the shops, man. It's really nice to have a local bait and tackle shop here. So do what you can to get in there. You know, every time I go in, I buy a couple of LVs or crankbaits or whatever. Even if I got 8 in my box, I'll still buy a couple because it just helps them out. I mean, it's not much, but if all of us do that, it's a good thing. But speaking of Jimmy and Clear Lake Bait and Tackle, you can go online, and he's got an online store going now, a little bit like Tackle Warehouse. I think it's clearlakebaitandtackle.com, but here, I'll try and put it on the screen for you. Check it out. And I'll put a link down in the description. But you know, that's a big help too if you get on there and buy some tackle from them. Unfortunately, February was super dry here, so the lake level's still really hurting. Rumsey gauge was at a positive 0.4 the last 2 days. That's just brutal. That's kind of foreshadowing that we're gonna have a tough time getting in the lake this summer, if we can do it at all. We really needed a wet December, January, February, and we did not get it. We got one atmospheric river that showed us favor and brought some water this way. Thank God for that. But you know, like I said, here we are coming towards the end of March. And we might get some more rain in March, we might get some in April, but historically those aren't the wet months. So if you only do 1 trip to Clear Lake or 2 trips to Clear Lake a year, do it quick. because your options might disappear. So my conditions this morning was in the mid 40s air temp. Got on the water and it was in the mid 50s surface temp. Water's that Clear Lake green brown here on the Redbud arm with about 3 foot of visibility, which isn't too bad. Yesterday over on the Rattlesnake arm had about 5 to 7 feet of visibility depending on if you were in the shelter of the wind or not, and it was a much lighter green, no brown. Spring's starting to hit though. The tules are greening up. Over by Rattlesnake Island there was a bunch of floating duckweed and stuff. Over by the state park, the hair algae is already getting out of control. That gets a little tiresome, cleaning your lures at every cast. Brought my dog with me on this trip. He's back there living his best life. Lake naps are awesome. I'm going to wrap it up here at Bass Alley. Baits that got it done. LV 500, caught me one. The other was done on a Kitech 3.3 with a ball head jig. Pretty subtle presentations on both those. But like I said, I think it's all the males that are up here pre-staging, and I'm going to bump out a little bit to the next point, maybe the point after that. We'll see if we can find the big old fatties. I want to find these future girlfriends of these boys that we're catching today. So with that, I thank you for checking in. I'm out. Tight lines to you. See ya!